Welcome back. Please welcome to our show a best-selling author and health mind coach who's here to talk about his latest book, The Depression Miracle, the 7 keys to shattering the chain of anxiety, depression, and the unfulfilled life. Greg, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us today. Now, you have some personal experience with depression, and you say you call yourself a daily survivor. Is that correct?
Yeah, I spent over 40 years with bipolar, acute anxiety disorder, and 45 medications and 18 therapists, and in 4 mental hospitals, and tried suicide a couple times. So, yeah, I think I have kind of an honorary doctorate degree in surviving.
And now you've used these experiences to become a coach yourself to help people that suffer from similar conditions.
Yeah, it helped me to find my purpose. It was to help other people, and that's why I think I had to go through everything I had to go through, so I can look at them and honestly say, I know what you're going through. Because there's a stigma, and it's hard to talk when you have depression. One
thing you even mentioned to me, you were talking about 80% of people that suffer from depression in the United States going untreated.
They do, and it's all because the stigma associated with it. If our arm is broken, everybody runs over to sign your cast. If our head is broken, people turn and go the other way, and it's a very lonely disease.
Now, one thing you talk about in the book are the 5 keys to defeating depression. Do you want to touch on those a little bit?
Yeah, the first one is understanding fear and trust. And fear is just magnified with anxiety and depression. Fear is if you think of them as energy, fear is an energy that constricts us and makes us selfish and small. Where trust is an energy that expands us. It expands our goals, our dreams, and our power. One of the most important keys that I talk about in the book is you need to trust yourself and you need to trust life. No matter how crazy and mixed up life can get, it's ultimately a safe place. God and the universe, they're not out to get you. They're not punishing you with this illness. They're not disappointed with your efforts. Mm-hmm. And then starting the transition to move from darkness to light, you need to ask yourself, and I had to ask myself this question, how long do you want to stay exactly the way you are right now? And my answer was not 1 minute longer than I have to. Depression, the best way I can sum it up, is living in just a dark, lonely room. And you lose hope and you believe that there is no light switch. Well, I'm here to tell those suffering that there is a light switch because I found it. And I flipped it 4 years ago, and I haven't been depressed for 4 years, and I haven't had anxiety. And one of the hardest keys that I talk about is patience.
Yes. Patience
is really hard because it has to be learned. And learning it can be so bitter, but the benefits of it can be so sweet. And patience is doing the best you can and living with what you've been given until that change comes, and not just sitting and giving up. Some of the greatest people in history, if you look at a list, suffered from mental illness.
True.
And the steps that I talk about in the book, if you do them and you follow them and you put them in order, it puts you in a position to receive a miracle. And some people scoff at that word, but miracles happen all over the world, thousands of them every day. And what the steps do in the book is you're now focusing more energy on your dreams and your goals than you are on your fears. And it's like our friends and our relatives don't understand. They don't know what to do to help. You've basically fallen in a big, deep hole, and you can't get out, and nobody knows how to get you out. What I do in the book is basically jump in the hole with you. And they might look at me and go, what, are you crazy? You jumped in this hole. Now we're both down here and can't get out. And I can look at them and they can read, I've been in the hole, and I know the way out, and I'm going to show you the way out of the hole.
Now, for people looking for a way out of the hole, what is the best place to pick up this book? Where can we get this book?
It's on Amazon.
Okay.
Both the printed version and the digital version.
Okay.
And they can just search under my name, Greg Thregold, or The Depression Miracle.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing really great advice, and thank you very much.